My dear students and parents, in this video we are going to see the miscellaneous exercise sum number 12 in the chapter continuity and differentiability in the subject mathematics to the plus 2 CBSE students. It is also very useful to IIT students. By God's grace, my educational videos are available in YouTube to 9th CBSE, 10th CBSE, plus 1 CBSE, plus 2 CBSE, NEET and IIT students in the subjects mathematics, physics, chemistry, zoology and botany in English language. Let us see the sum. Find dy by dx if y equal to 12 into 1 minus cos t and x equal to 10 into t minus sin t minus pi by 2 less than t less than pi by 2. That is, t should be between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. We have told many times in our previous videos, in order to differentiate, we need an equation. We need an equation relating two variables, generally x and y. But here there are two equations, not one equation. In the first equation, the variable y is related to the variable t. In the second equation, the variable x is related to the same variable t. It means that two different variables, that is x and y, are related to the third variable t. So, how can we find dy by dx from these two equations? We have to construct only one equation relating the variables x and y from these two equations. How can we get? If we differentiate the first equation, we will get dy by dt. How? We have already told so many times the left side variable should be differentiated. If the left side variable y is differentiated, we will get dy. To which variable this left side variable y is to be differentiated? The left side variable y is to be differentiated to the right side variable t, so that we will get dt. Thereby we will get dy by dt from this equation, that is on differentiating this equation. Then coming to the second equation, what is the left side variable? The left side variable is x. What is the right side variable? The right side variable is t. So, on differentiating the left side variable, we will get dx. To which variable this left side variable x is to be differentiated? The left side variable x is to be differentiated to the right side variable t. Thereby we will get dt, so that we will get dx by dt. If we divide dy by dt by dx by dt, we can get the required dy by dx. How? If a number or a fraction is to be divided by a fraction, it should be reciprocated and multiplied. So if we reciprocate this fraction, that is a divisor, dx by dt, we will get dt by dx. Hence, dy by dx equal to dy by dt into dt by dx. Can we cancel this numerator dt and the denominator dt? Yes, we can cancel the both dt placed in the numerator and in the denominator, so that we will get dy by dx. So this is the procedure of differentiating the given two functions, that is the given two equations. This type of differentiation is called as derivatives of parametric functions. What is the parameter? The t is the parameter. As already told, if two variables, that is, if two different variables are related to a third variable, we can relate those two different variables. Here, what are the two different variables? The two different variables are x and y. What is the third variable? The third variable is t. Through this third variable t, we are relating the variables x and y, so that we are getting dy by dx. This third variable t is called as the parameter. This type of differentiation is called the derivatives of parametric function. Now we are going to differentiate the given two functions with respect to the variable t. What is the first function? That is first equation given y equal to 12 into 1 minus cos t. If we differentiate the left side variable, we will get dy. If the left side variable y is differentiated to the right side variable t, we will get dt. Thereby we will get in the left side as dy by dt. What is this 12? As already told, the 5 points we should bear in mind. The first point is, before proceeding the differentiator, we need an equation relating to variables, generally x and y. Here they have given the equations relating x and t and also relating y and t. Then we should note how many terms are there in the given equation. Why should we confirm how many terms are there? Because we know that each term should be differentiated separately. We cannot differentiate two or more terms combinedly. So that we should confirm how many terms are there in the given function. In this case, there is only one term. After confirming the number of terms, we should confirm what is the coefficient, what is the variable, whether any constant term has come. In this case, the coefficient is 12 in the first equation. In the second equation, the coefficient is 10. The variable is t. This variable t comes with the cos function. Here the variable t comes with the sine function. There is no constant term at all. So, why should we see what is the coefficient, what is the variable, and what is the constant term? Because each should be given a separate treatment on differentiation. The coefficient will remain as it is. So here the coefficient 12, it remains as it is. Here the coefficient is 10, it is remain as it is. Only the variable is to be differentiated. If we consider within this bracket, there are two terms. Each term should be differentiated separately. On differentiating the constant 1, we will get 0. So, we are writing 0. Then on differentiating the variable t with the function cos, that is cos t, we will get minus sin t. Minus into minus plus. Hence, the equation dy by dt becomes as 12 sin t. Then coming to the second equation. In the second equation, the left side variable is x, so that we will get dx. It is to be differentiated to the right side variable, so that we will get dt in the denominator. Thereby we are getting dx by dt. The coefficient will remain as it is. Then the variable t is to be differentiated. What is the power of this variable t? The power of this variable t is 1. As per the power rule of differentiation, the power of the variable will become as the coefficient of the variable. So, it becomes the coefficient of the variable and the power should be reduced by 1. So, we are writing 1 minus 1. What is 1 minus 1? 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Any data to the power 0? 1. So that we are writing as 1. Then coming to the second term placed within the bracket, that is sin t. We know that on differentiating sin t, we will get cos t. Thereby, we will get dx by dt equal to 10 into 1 minus cos t. Now in our hands, we are having dy by dt and also dx by dt. If we divide this by this dx by dt, we will get dy by dx as already discussed. So, if we substitute dy by dt as 12 sin t and dx by dt as 10 into 1 minus cos t, we will get dy by dx equal to 12 sin t by 1 minus cos t. We are going to simplify this equation. We know that sin t equal to 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Therefore, sin t equal to 2 sin t by 2 into cos t by 2. The sin t is substituted as 2 sin t by 2 into cos t by 2. Then we know that cos x equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2. From this equation, we can get the equation for 1 minus cos x. If we find the equation for 1 minus cos x, we can write the expression for 1 minus cos t. If we bring this 1 from the right side to the left side, it will become as minus 1. And if we change the signs of all terms, both sides of the equation, we will get 1 minus cos x equal to 2 sin square x by 2. Therefore, what is 1 minus cos t? The 1 minus cos t is nothing but 2 sin square t by 2. Now the equation for dy by dx becomes as 12 into 2 sin t by 2 into cos t by 2 by 10 into 2 sin square t by 2. If we multiply this 12 and 2, we will get 24. If we multiply this 10 with 2, we will get 20. Then we can simplify this sin t by 2 and sin square t by 2, if we simplify the numerator sin t by 2, t will be cancelled, so that if we simplify we will get 6 by 5 and cos t by 2 by sin t by 2. What is sin x by cos x? Sin x by cos x equal to tan x. Therefore, what is cos x by sin x? Cos x by sin x equal to cot x. Here we are having cos t by 2 and sin t by 2, so that we will get cot t by 2. Hence, the dy by dx has obtained as 6 by 5 cot t by 2. If this video is really beneficial to you, you can share this video with your friends, classmates and relatives. You can also subscribe my channel.